Hey guys, how you doing today? I want to show you this beautiful plant. This is my Rhaphidophora Pinnata. Wow. I don't really know what to say about this plant. This plant is beautiful. I've had it for about 4 or 5 years. Look at these beautiful leaves. This is the biggest one that it just put out. Isn't that gorgeous? I just sprayed her all off because she was a little dusty. But you can see down in here, this plant, this is a new leaf also. It's got new growth coming right here, which is very exciting. And then I've got more new growth coming out right here. It's hard to all get into frame because it's so tall and it's so viney. I had the biggest problem growing this plant in the beginning. This is a plant I got way back. I believe I got it from Pepper's greenhouse, and I believe it was out of New Jersey. I don't even know if it's still around anymore. I haven't been on that website for a really long time. But anyhow, when I got it, it was, I think, 1 or 2 leaves, probably about this size. They were very small. As you can see, the vines are very skinny. The stems are very skinny. I have struggled a lot with this plant. First of all, it grows really slowly. I mean, like snail speed. But what's funny about it is it's really difficult to propagate. And it takes forever. If it propagates, if it doesn't rot, it takes forever for it to grow roots. And a lot of times with this plant, as I'm sure others of you know that have propagated different things, they will grow. This one will usually 90% of the time will grow a leaf first, and then eventually she'll start growing her roots. But I propagated and propagated. I've got about, it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 propagations in this particular pot. Well, it's the only pot I have of it. But, I don't know. It's beautiful. It's finally doing good for me. And I don't know if it just takes that long. It's very hard to find information on this plant online. I've looked and I've looked and I've looked. And it's hard to find information on it. So I've just sort of been winging it. But I have found, if any of you guys have this plant and are struggling, I'm really not the one to be telling you how to grow it, because like I said, I've had it for 4 or 5 years. I think there's a date. Let me see if there's a date on the tag. Yeah, I bought it in 2018. So, I've had it about 4 years. But, it just, one thing about this plant is it likes a little bit between a medium and a highlight. I have found, since I put it in a little bit higher light, it has done a lot better for me. But I also I do not let this plant dry out. I have her in terracotta right now. I really do not want to repot her. I'm thinking about just dropping this whole pot down into a plastic pot to help retain some more moisture, so that I'm constantly worrying about this plant, making sure that it's not drying out. But since I've been feeding her more and watering her more, keeping her on the moist side, she has been growing a lot better for me. Plus, it's a lot more mature. This plant is such a slow grower. I mean, it just, it boggles my mind. And it kills me how slow it grows and how slow it propagates. She does seem to like humidity, but I don't know if this plant could take a lower humidity or not, because my house is, I live in Ohio, so I'm very humid here. And in the summertime, and in the fall, spring, we're very wet. We get a lot of rain, we have a lot of moisture, which means I have a lot of humidity in my house. In the wintertime, we're super dry in the house because we're running our heat. So I do keep a humidifier on in my plant room and in my living room, and I keep it between 50 and 60. Sometimes it'll go a little higher on accident, but I don't let it go very long, that high for very long. So, but I have never ever had any pest issues on this plant at all. Nothing. Not even spider mites. Not mealybugs. Nothing. So, in that aspect, it seems to be a really good plant as far as not having pests. I would think with the thin leaves and what I would assume likes to be a moisture kept plant with humidity, I would think it would get spider mites, but it don't. I've never had any issues with this at all. So, I just wanted to show her to you because I adore this plant, and after it gave me these two leaves, I started getting a lot happier because they were getting bigger. And then she just gave me this one. And I believe this one is off of the original, yeah, I think it's off the original plant down here, because like I said, I have several propagations in this plant. So that tells me, and this is what this new growth right here is coming off of her, and it's really weird how it grows. It'll grow a vine up, and then it will grow another vine after it makes that first leaf, and then it will shoot out, make another branch, shoot out another leaf. So I'm going to have to keep tying it up, 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 which is fine. I'm wrapped around this pole now. I'm not quite sure what to do with her. I was thinking about extending the pole that she's on and putting one behind her, making it a little bit higher. But I'm going to wait, I think. I don't really want to mess around with her too much because she is growing so well for me right now. I don't want to think about repotting her and pulling her all up. I actually just put her in this pot not long ago. I think it was last winter, because I do the majority of my repotting in the wintertime, and that's just how I do it. I've always done it like that. I've been growing plants for 40 some years, and I've always repotted in the wintertime. I know a lot of people say don't do it, but I've never had an issue with it. But eventually I will have to repot her. But for now, I think I'm just going to try to find a pot that I can set this one down in, especially with winter coming, because I dry out, my plants dry out really, really fast in the wintertime. So, but I think that is all I have to say about this beautiful, beautiful plant. I can't wait until these other two new shoots come out and grow some more beautiful leaves. I think this one is going to be another really big one, like this, because it's off that main shoot. So that will be great. The plant's already beautiful. I'm happy with it being just like this. I like my smaller plants. My shorter plants, I have a lot of big plants, as you guys that have watched me for a while know. But I enjoy this plant right here. I enjoy the size of it. But anyhow, I am going to go ahead and let you guys go. I've yacked enough about this plant, but I wanted to let you guys see her. I will give you another update on her in another month or so when this other 2 shoots open, or at least the other one. She is super pretty. I've got her over here in this corner on the edge. Over here is where she sits. And so far I think she likes it. So I'm going to keep her there. I will talk to you guys later. You have a great day. Bye.